Yeah, when I first heard about the group, I wasn't at all interested in joining a group and didn't intend to join a group. And one evening I was sitting at home, opened up my wife's book, read the introduction, and after I read the introduction I said, wow, I have to take this class now.
I was a little bit nervous coming into a group with lots of different people that I didn't know.
I had reservations because I wasn't sure if different personalities would mesh, like people that I didn't choose as my friend or my community.
We were just baptized on Easter, both of us at the same time, and so we still had a lot that we had questions about or didn't understand, and we both had a desire for the Bible.
He was so excited that he called the church right away because the sign up was already over and he was afraid he wouldn't get in a spot now that he'd decided he really wanted to go.
People were not judgmental at all. They were very friendly and encouraging, and I brought a prayer request that to some might not, it might not be a big deal, but to me it was. It was a small financial need, and I just asked for prayer about that, and I didn't really, honestly, I kind of didn't think anything of it. I was just wanting to trust the Lord that He was going to take care of it. And when I got home that day, I got a phone call from one of the women in that group who said they wanted to help meet that need. And I was so blessed. It just brought me to tears because it wasn't what I expected at all. God just provides in such special and unexpected ways.
The first night, our administrator made us feel like we were part of the family, his family, really. I mean, and it was very smooth and easy transition, and no one looked at you like you were kind of weird because you're a baby Christian, and a lot of them are much more mature Christians than we were, so they welcomed us right in.
When I first came into the group, I was a stranger to perhaps most of them. And here I was, an old lady, 90 years old, and these were all younger people. But they welcomed me eagerly, and there were no barriers because of age, and it just was a blessing.
I have an R12 group with a bunch of guys, and from the time that we start to the time that we finish, we just have fun, we laugh, we cry. We're just together and learning about the Lord and learning about each other.
I really love the group. I'm a Bible study junkie though. I'm a new Christian and every time something comes along I want to learn it. So I get really excited, and Greg just usually thinks I'm nuts.
I've never studied the Bible before, and I thought I'd get into a group and everybody be quoting all these scriptures and talking, and it'd be going above my head. I got a lot more out of the program than I thought I would, and I've had a few experienced people in my group that have really helped out, and I've really learned a lot from their stories.
I decided a few months ago that I was going to read the Bible daily and dedicate a time when I could do that, and at the same time I was trying to walk every day. So what I started doing was I would walk with my Bible and my journal to McDonald's, which is fairly close to where I live. And I remember one time I was sitting at a booth across, like 2 booths away from someone else there early in the morning working on his computer, and he kind of looked over at me. He said, "Are you okay? Because are you working on something really hard? Are you doing something for college or something?" I said, "No, I'm trying to define my strengths and my weaknesses." And I mean, I was worried that I was going to honestly start crying right there in front of him, because it wouldn't have been the first time that I just started crying reading this R12 book at McDonald's.
A friend of mine who happens to be in my R12 group and I were out cutting wood one day. I happened to mention that I needed a new pair of work gloves. Mine were pretty well worn. And about a week later I come to church and he hands me a bag, and inside are 2 pairs of the very work gloves I was looking for. And I thought, the value of a pair of work gloves is about 20 bucks. But the value of a friend and a brother who listens to you and does something just to bless you is priceless.
We had a lot of fun in our group. We enjoyed sharing our lives with each other, and we did have a lot of laughs. And
A lot of it was just for the chip videos that you go online to look at after the fact. You read it in the book, and then Chip goes into the video and it says, "Man, I'm having the same stumbling blocks that he went through as a young Christian or as a young person," or looked at his different various stages of his maturity. So,
I mean, when I come to church now, the first people I tend to say hello to are the women from my small group, and You know, if I happen to be sitting alone that week, one of them might be sitting alone too, so we can sit together at church, and they're people that I feel very comfortable with now.